After my recent Black Ops 4 1 million points video, check it out after this video if you already haven't, I decided, you know what, maybe I'm taking it too hard on myself, needing to do insane challenges, and maybe I should, you know, kick up my feet a little, take it nice and chill. So who's ready for a round 100 knife only challenge? So yeah, I decided to do a round 100 knife only challenge on D Machine in Call of Duty Cold War. The reason for that is I wanted to see how easy the game has gotten. So the best way to do that was to challenge myself, and I think knife only is a pretty good way. So before we get into the game itself, there are, as usual with my videos, rules that just take the challenge to the next level. But don't worry, unlike the other videos, there aren't a lot of rules. Rule 1. You can only kill zombies with your knife, like, duh, it's called the knife only in the title for a reason. Rule 2. You're allowed to use tactical grenades, but only the stun grenades, stim pack, and finally the decoy grenades, because they don't really have a lot of killing capability anyway. Rule 3. You're not allowed to use score streaks at all in the challenge. And finally, Rule 4, which is more of a try not to rule than a not allowed rule, and it's with the use of PhD slide. Just try not to get kills with it unless accidental. And that's all. Only a few, I told you. And with all the rules said, this is the knife I'll be using, having the jug cap as a lucky charm. And I'll also be using Aether Shroud Specialist. And by the way, a quick side note that I think is very important to say, for some context, I have basically every single perk, field upgrade, and weapon upgrade unlocked to the highest tier, except for a couple. And it does alter the difficulty a lot. So with that, let's get into the game. So the one thing I do like about the knife only challenge is you don't have to get any guns. So no need to look at the mystery box, saving our points for doors and perks. So let's get to that, with our first objective being Power and Pack-a-Punch. So I start by turning on the Rampage Inducer, but after having a feel, I decided I'd rather not risk it, mostly because I have to knife them, making me get up and close and personal with the zombies, and if they are coming at me quick, I'll panic and you don't want to see me panic. Like, I could even drop my knife, so I quickly turn that off and off I go opening the doors, getting stamina up and jug, where I then save up more points to open up to power. Finally making my way to power, turning it on, finally getting packed done and dusted. And as soon as I get packed ready, I have enough points to pack my gun, so I do that straight away. And then I go and get tier 2 armor. And now all that I need to do is pap 2 more times, upgrade its rarity, and also get my perks. But I'll be doing that when the Wonder Fist is open, saving my points till then. So in round 16, I pap my knife for the second time, and in round 19 I get most of my perks. And funny enough, quite a few of them aren't actually needed, or even super helpful, like Mule Kick, Deadshot, PhD, nor Speed Cola. But I'll be getting them anyway because they still help out, mainly with their secondary abilities from being upgraded. And on round 25 I finally get enough points to get the final pap level for my knife. And the alternative ammo type I use with it, even though it doesn't have ammo, ironic I know, is Shatter Blast. The reason being I can wipe out an entire horde all on whatever round. Yeah, OP? Nah, I call it a helping hand, mostly because I don't really feel like knifing 13,000 zombies one by one. And from there, all I do is train in the spawn room, running around in circles as you do, until I need a shield, where I go downstairs to get more shield. Or when a Megaton appears, where I started by doing the strat of changing my alternative ammo type to Dead Wire, that does more damage to Megatons if you didn't know. And when dead, I switch back to Shatter Blast. But then in the later rounds, I did another strat, which we will see in the future, where I use my first Aether Shroud to kill the Megaton, then my second one to kill one of the split ones, then I hold up some zombies using Shatter Blast to delete the horde that nearly or completely fills up my Aether Shroud, so I can use it again to kill the final half. That is all there is to my strategy, so now you've made it to No Man's Land, the rant part of the video, where I want to talk to you about just a couple of things. First of all, thanks to each and every one of you watching, liking, commenting, and even subscribing. It means a lot to me that you guys are enjoying watching this British twat make zombie videos, and we've grown a lot since 2 months ago, and have a lot more to grow. It would mean a lot to me, and I think we can aim for it for 5,000 subscribers for the end of the year. I know we can do it, even though it's in a few months. That would be like so epic. But even if it's not, it's still impressive. You guys, the community, leaving amazing comments that I get to read every time I wake up. So to all of you, you are awesome and I love you all. Can't wait to get a Discord server up and running so I can chat with you guys, play games, even making some videos involving you guys. That would be great. Now let's get to the state of the community. Everyone is going on about zombies being too easy. And as you can tell by this challenge, they are not wrong. Zombies has gotten to the point where I can easily get to around 100 with a knife without paying too much attention. I think anyone with enough time and determination can reach this high of a round in general at this point. Cold War does have balancing issues. You have way too many ways to not die, and even when you die, you have so many ways to revive. With the Revive Patch, Quick Revive, Tier 5, and even Tombstone. When it comes to guns, a knife triple pack with legendary rarity can one-shot till infinite rounds, and the alternative ammo type making it even easier. And don't get me wrong, I understand the thought process of wanting to make every gun useful. But making every gun useful makes none of them special. Now, I personally don't have a great solution to this either. I haven't been pondering on this thought for too long to have thought of many ways, and it's not my job. But when it comes to the knife, the best example I can find is BO2 and BO1, where the ballistic knife isn't mainly used for its damage, but for reviving, making it a unique and special weapon mostly for team players. And I know the ballistic knife also works the same in Cold War, but should it be able to one-hit kill a zombie in round 100? I don't think so. Or the crossbow, where you could half the damage and made it like a BO1 by adding the monkey bomb effect. Now that's a cool idea. And when it comes to perks, the perks in Cold War are way too OP, like in general. And even though in the later rounds the zombies do sprint at blazing speeds and attack quicker, and even do more damage, up to 90 without a shield, making you a 3-tap with Jug, the perks are still way too OP, and with the armor, if I concentrated and really paid attention, I probably could have done this flawless. I also know in Black Ops 6, they're going to be changing the perk system, and I am super down and curious to see how it plays. I do still think the game will be a little too easy though, and I will say one positive thing is that I would never ever have thought of doing something so crazy like this if it wasn't for how easy it is. So in a positive light, it does make games you can play more creative and versatile. But then again, if I'm able to get any gun from the start, even though people will say just choose the pistol or go for something harder. If I'm playing a casual game and not a challenge, you know, and everyone knows, you ain't gonna pick the lesser gun when the option of a better gun exists. You always know I'm gonna be picking the Gallo on Cold War. So all I'm saying is I would love to see how BO6 combats this difficulty, as it's an important game mechanic that needs a lot of care. Not making it too hard where new people have trouble getting into, even though I do think the games being difficult make me want to play them more. Except you, Varrock, you can go back to where you came from. I still have nightmares about it. And at the same time, making it difficult enough where you do have to use your brain a little. And that's me done, so let's get back to the game. And even though I've had a couple of downs, I do admit I wasn't really focusing too hard on this game, but downs are down. And maybe one day I'll come back and do this flawless to prove my skills. But anyway, except for those, the game went quite smoothly. Only taking around 5 hours to complete, but that's until the game decided to troll me. So here we are. And I wanted to show you guys one of the weirdest glitches that's never happened to me personally before playing Cold War, and I'll let it speak for itself. Honestly, I thought I was going crazy. Like, after playing so many long games of Call of Duty Zombies, I just started to think that I was going schizophrenic. But nope, there's actually a weird bug where Megatons are invisible, and this was my first time experiencing something like this. I thought he was stuck somewhere, shooting me from above or something, so I ran around the map, see if I could get him to respawn in. But nope, he never did. At least not with his physical body. It was his ghost trying to get revenge. And who said newer zombies are less scary? I don't remember any other game having ghosts. Anyway, I've ridden around a lot and made him hit me so I could knife him. But because he was doing crazy damage, it was hard to know how much more I had to hit him because I couldn't see his health bar or anything. Couldn't even see him. But thankfully, after getting the electric alternative ammo type that does more damage to Megatons, and swinging my knife in the air like if I was crazy, I finally got around to killing his ghost, making his body despawn. So anything between me and round 100 was 15 more rounds. So for the final 15, shall we do a cheeky time lapse? I think we should. But don't worry, it's only going to be a short one. And there we have it, round 100, while just using the knife. A crazy challenge that I recorded straight after the BO4 video came out. I know, I'm crazy. Again, if you haven't watched it, now's the time. And I like this challenge so much that while recording this, I thought of another cheeky challenge that I might be doing. Get to round 100 but using only So who knows when that one will come out. But if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment, and of course, subscribe. Every little helps out a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!